Okay, right. So starting from the monthly, we can see nothing much is happening, just a bullish move. And the weekly, it's just a doji. So it is similar to what we had last week where price went down, then came back up again. Okay, so there isn't much as far as the direction is concerned. But what I'd like to bring your attention to, of course, is the same area, the same level that I was talking about last week. So you can see that this is actually a resistance structure where price have pushed and touched more than once. So to touch this particular area, one, two, three. Okay, so of course, if you're looking at this as a range bound, you are expecting a move back down to this particular low. I believe this is going to be much better on daily. If we look at it from daily, let's just go to the daily structure or daily time frame. You can see there, if we bring this particular guy down, we are actually up there on the other side. So nothing have changed from the previous week, nothing much. Okay, so you can see that there haven't been a lot of momentum there. So in cases like that where you are seeing that the market's moving slow or rather Nasdaq is moving slow, you need to make sure that you focus on time frames, this particular time frames down here. Even the H1 is fine. Okay, going down to 15 minutes. Okay, those are the time frames that I usually pay attention to. I do not go to 1 minute, I do not go to 5 minutes or whatsoever. Okay, so this is actually what is happening. So most likely to see maybe a little bit of a spike and then move down, but pretty much we are still governed by this particular structure. We're not too far away from it. Okay, we are not too far away from that structure. So we're technically on resistance and the bias is more to the downside. However, there's still a lot of uncertainties as far as the political side of things is concerned, but I believe this is most likely to penetrate out or do a little bit of a downward move before it actually goes up. And we are in, if you think about it, the earnings season, so that is going to definitely drive nuts fundamentally. Okay, if we come down to this particular one, you can see same shandies, nothing much, nothing is happening, nothing drastic. And remember, we had buys from here up to that point. I did send or rather share this with the signals. Okay, so this is the free channel. If you are not there, go ahead. I do post. You can see there's other videos. I shared this particular guy right there. This was the buy that I'm talking about now. So this is on the free channel. Do go ahead and check the link in the description below. Okay, so we took a buy that was on the 12th November. So that buy is actually the same buy that I'm showing you right here. Okay, it was down there. All right. Okay, so that is the buy. So here is the buy from here back up. Okay, so let's see. And of course, but if you check here on this one, this private signals, let's just check for the past week starting from the 16th. As you can see, that stuff was shared as well. The euro card was shared, and then another one was shared. The NAS was shared, as you can see. Okay, that was a nice buy there, back to the upside, which did well, at least as you can see there. Can you see that? Okay, so I'm sending this in terms of signals. I'm just in a video. I'm not just sending you a buy now, sell now. You get to see as to why we are hiding stops. So you can see this is a video showing, and then this is a video showing the aftermath of it and how we actually managed those particular profits. And this is the another one where I said buy now at current price now. This was on the 18th, and place your stop loss there. So here is that buy. As you can see, manage your profits. This is the buy actually, and how we actually did it to the upside. Okay, so it was the now part was down there, and then everything was showed a day later as to how we actually got that one. This is on the signals group, but if you go to this live time charts, I sent a video. Didn't just say buy now. I explained as to why we are buying based on those strategies, and this pretty much reached the target one for that one. And then another one I sent, of course, this was on a Friday, 20 November. I'm going to search for nice quick sell signal. I'm waiting for a trigger. This was like that. I was still waiting for that trick. So you can see after an hour, that's when I got that trigger, and I shared this one as well. The funny part, I didn't get triggered. This was a pending order. I didn't get triggered, but the members got triggered. Surely the member snake, it's working overtime. Mine it's just sleeping. I hear people have snakes. Okay. Yes. So this is the one. Let me see if I can share that one. This is the one right here. If we come back, this is the one. But these are all quick. These are not your long term swing sort of a shandies, because the market was sort of moving sideways. That is why I was looking for this. So this is actually the Friday one that took place. So overall, last week was super nice. So hopefully the upcoming week it's also going to be awesome. We didn't have any loss of any kind on us, so I believe this particular week it's gonna be amazing as well. I Mine got missed. Theirs got triggered for some odd reasons. I don't know. This was a pending order, as you can see, sell limit pending order. So this is exactly what I shared on that Telegram channel. Okay, so this is the exact trade, and that's the aftermath right there. Okay, nonetheless, let's get that out of the way. So I believe this still pretty much up there. So there's still some room for this thing to actually maybe come down to midway of this resistance and support. Okay, because I believe the midway there's going to be some sort of a heavy structure going on. So I believe we could potentially see some sort of an pattern, provided that there's no gap or whatsoever. If you don't get a gap, Monday gap, Monday opening gap, we're most likely to land on that particular structure right there. So I can mark it somewhere down there. I believe, okay, let me just go back. Sorry about that. I believe somewhere around this particular area, this is where we're most likely to land and most likely to find maybe some short-term buys back up. Okay, just midway of that. But from here, if this thing continues going up like that, we could see some short-term sales. But of course, you need to consult your system. You're not just gonna blindly say it's selling and all that. You need to consult your system as to why this particular thing is selling. And remember, I shared the video, 3 tips on how to actually look at this. Check the video up here on the channel on how to trade NAS around 15:30. That's very important to know. So go ahead and check that particular video. Okay, so that's what I think this thing is gonna do. We're still pretty much stuck in there isn't much that is taking place. You can try to draw trend lines and all that chandis, but we're still pretty much in one area that we were. I mean, if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles, we're still pretty much where we were last week when I analyzed this before the market opening. So it's possible that it could potentially give us maybe a 1, 2, 3 sort of a wave and then sell from down there. It could do the same thing to the downside and then buy from down there or even reach this particular area. But for now, we're only going to wait for the market opening. So what is my conclusion? Sell up there, buy down here. Okay, or if you are more of a buyer than a seller, wait for this thing to correct nicely, maybe to this structure. Look for evidence, check that 3 tips video that I made. Maybe you might see 1 or 2 things that you can look for on how you can find that. But pretty much these are the main structures where we're going to actually sell and buy here or buy there. These are the main 3 structures. So if you want to buy there, of course you'll need to have a strong aggressive break followed by a correction, and then that will be super nice. For quick trades, yeah, I'll rather be looking for opportunities to buy this particular thing. If I'm looking at it from this particular structure, maybe I believe this have a potential of coming back up to these particular highs. Okay, or maybe penetrate a bit and then come back down. But if you can come up here fast, maybe during the Nasdaq open, I could potentially look for a correction quick if my strategist allows me to do that. Okay, so that's one thing that you can do once more. So that sell that we took, it's this particular sell. So now that we are down somewhere down here on this particular region, maybe if price continues down later on, I'm gonna look for that during the New York session. Just to share some tips, do not chase price. Wait for it to move in the direction that you want it to go, and then go ahead and look for such opportunities to buy or to sell. I hope it makes sense. Otherwise, let me shut this thing down. If you have any question, hit me up. I'll leave a link for my WhatsApp down in the description box below. Make sure that you leave a comment if you think this was a little bit insightful, although you can say that there isn't much that we can talk about because the market is pretty much moving sideways. Okay, so stick around. I'm gonna more another video during the week. Follow me on Telegram as well so that you can be able to access other videos that I haven't updated. I'm gonna update other videos, raw videos on the Telegram channel. Do make sure that you're part of that Telegram channel. It's free. Otherwise, sharp sharp.